Conference will now be recorded.
I think this is 77th session. So in today's session team, we will understand SQL warehouse in Databricks. Okay. So we will see what all things we can able to cover. One is surely we need to talk about parameterization, parameters in SQL queries. Okay. Second thing is query snippet, or you can say query template, how you can able to use. So this is the first thing, second thing, third thing we will discuss. So based on the time, I'll show you how you can able to create a your ETL pipeline. Okay. And alerts, how you can able to set up alerts, we will discuss. And how you can able to use the uh, Genie, right? You heard about it. So it's kind of a chatbot. What is chatbot? Chatbot, how many of you are aware of the chatbot team? How many of you are aware of the chatbot? Chatbot means, for example, you go here and you say Edureka Education Institute, you go there, you see here one chatbot will come. For example, you go to HDFC Bank, see, ask Eva. So this is what the chatbot you can ask. Okay, I want to know my current balance. You can search, you can proceed. It will says, now get your account balance in 2 steps, please provide your registered mobile number and other details. If you provide, it will just give you those details. Okay, so it is simple. See now, I think there used to be a one, now they are giving this pop-up, but live chatbot used to be there even in the Edureka. Now if you go to IRCTC, right, in IRCTC also we used to have now chatbot. See here. So I want to Tatkal. Now you can ask what you can ask is um, what is the new rule in Tatkal? Okay. Okay. So you can say I want to know Tatkal ticket opening time. For everything it is saying same thing. Okay, so you just click on the available things, what are the various classes of travel available in Tatkal, it will just tell you. Okay, so ultimately you can ask some questions, it will give you. You just think of a real time scenario. Business has a data, but the business users are not that much technical. They know what they wanted to know from the data, but they don't know how to query. So now they can simply use a chatbot and they can say, hey, I want to know max salaried employee, I want to know average salary, so I want to know total sales, I want to know sales by store, I want to know max sales store, in which store max sales happen. So they just query they just submit their inquiry. Chatbot will create SQL queries in the background based on the question, and it will give you the result. Okay, that also we need to discuss. Then I'll show you how to pass parameters of SQL query from one one query to one query output to another query we will discuss. ETL pipelining means basically I want to implement a medallion architecture team, where you will have a bronze, silver, and the gold layers. Okay. These are the things. I don't know how many things I can able to complete it. So we'll start, and based on the time, right, we will take the which steps to complete today, which things to cover tomorrow. Let's get started. I already logged in into my Databricks. So first thing is you can just yeah, click on the queries. If you go to queries here, whatever I have created will be there. So to avoid the confusion, what we can do is you can just click on this, move to trash. You are seeing, right? You can just move to trash. Similarly, this one also you can click on this, click on this, click on move to trash. Okay. So similarly, go to queries. Remaining three files also now you can open. Why I am doing that? Because I want to start from very scratch. So that's why existing all files I'm moving to the trash. You can click on this, click on move to trash. Again queries, last file also. I'm going to click on this, click on file, move to trash, click confirm and move to trash. Okay, done. We are good. Now if you go to queries, I don't have any query, right? So now you click on a SQL editor. So first thing, right? SQL warehouse and serverless. Two things I have explained to you the difference. Serverless starter warehouse means it is used to query the like we can able to query SQL, right? Normal serverless means we can even fire our Python, SQL, everything we can able to execute on a normal server, general purpose server. But SQL warehouse server means sorry, SQL warehouse serverless means you can execute only SQL things. Correct? Now click on SQL editor. Okay, so when you click on SQL editor, uh, just close this. So click on SQL editor tip. When you click on SQL editor, what it is saying, failed to load query. Double check the URL to make sure you are accessing a valid query. So this is the file basically that we deleted. That's why it is throwing an error. Very simple now. Click on this place, say new query. Okay, new file will open. This is the file which got already deleted. You can close those things. Okay, file which got removed earlier, you can just close this. Now you are here. Okay, so what you need to do, if you see these are the workspaces you have. So this is the catalog, workspace catalog, system catalog, sample catalog you have. Under workspace catalog you have a two databases. Under system catalog you have multiple databases. But what I want to do is I want to create my own catalog, my own schema. Okay, how to create it? Create catalog, ms catalog, start and attach. So we know, so when we attach, by default it is going to attach the serverless warehouse. Okay, not general purpose serverless, it is a serverless warehouse will get created. Now on top of that I am executing here ms catalog I am creating. Okay, now you see ms catalog is created here. Now I'll just comment. For commenting, control and slash, that is the shortcut, or you keep the cursor at the beginning, you can use two hyphens, that's it. Second one is create a schema. MS schema is the schema that I'm creating. Now you can just execute this. Okay, now the thing is, if you simply create schema, MS schema, and if you run it, where this MS schema will get created, Tim? Can you guess it and tell me where this MS schema is getting created? Okay, remember here you see
And
this is the place where catalogs can be selected. This is the place where you can select the databases. Now if you see this schema, we are using a default workspace. So now if you execute this, then this MS schema will create under workspace. But where you want to create this MS schema?
MS catalog.
So
Under
MS
catalog.
schema you want to create under a MS catalog. So in order to do that, two ways. One is you change here directly to the MS catalog. Okay. Now you execute it. MS schema will be created under MS catalog. Let me show you that. Execute this. Now you see it is created under MS schema. Okay. Now let's say I'll keep this as a workspace. Okay. I'll say create a schema, test schema. So I want to just execute test schema now. Where it will create him test schema? Where it will create him?
Under workspace. Okay.
Where it will create him? Everybody please answer. It will create under workspace. Let's see. Is it created? Yes. Under MS catalog, do we have that? No. But in order to create under MS catalog, one way is you can switch to the MS catalog here. The second way, what you can do, even though it is showing workspace here, you can see here MS catalog dot. So if you say MS catalog dot test schema, it is clearly indicates that this test schema I want to create under MS catalog. If you go to MS catalog, you can see test schema is created. Is this clear? Similarly, if I want to drop it, same drop schema ms catalog dot test schema. Are we all good till here?
Sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now if you expand, you see only you have a ms schema. We are good. Now what I want to do, I'll click on this. I'll click on add data. I'll go to create or modify table. I want to create a table. Click on this. Let's upload a file. Yesterday, you remember, Tim, we created a employees.csv file we have taken, and this I want to create under. Okay, these all are good. Why it is not allowing me to select? Create or 1 second. Go to catalog. Go to click on catalog. Tim, go to permissions. Click on grant permissions. Let me just give use catalog use schema for data editor. For which user? For cloud funded. So generally it should have a default access. Some reason I don't know, but it's okay. We can grant a. We already have given a full permission for cloud funded. ADB001 already has a full permission stream. Fine. I think already we added all these permissions we already added. So we have it. I think let's try to do that now. Click on here, add data, create or modify table, browse for files, employees. See, now it is allowing us to choose the MS catalog database. MS schema is a table. Under that employee table I am creating. Okay, click create. This is one way you can able to create the tables. Okay, I created an employee table. Similarly, I also wanted to create a department table. Click on this add data. What you can do, again click on create or modified table, browse, select departments. So select here MS schema, click create table. Okay, so now if you see two tables are created. These two tables we have loaded through file. Let's say you have some raw data that you want to insert into a table. How you can do that? From same SQL editor, from the same file. So you can say this is my first, sorry, here above. Yeah, here you have to say my first query. Okay, so you created a catalog, you created a schema, you created a schema in your custom catalog, you have dropped the schema from your custom catalog. You have seen how to create a tables. You can click on the catalog here. So here you can see files, here you can see catalog, you can see what tables you have already in MS schema. These are the tables. Now what I want to do, I want to create a few more tables. Let's say if you want to create a table, you can create a table like this. Okay, you can say create a table if not exist. So I am creating this particular table under workspace. Okay, let's say I'm creating under workspace. Under defaults there is a table called raw customers I'm creating. Okay, so if you want to create, you can able to create. You no need to say using delta, because you know the default format will be taken as a delta. Okay, so you want to mention, you can mention. If you don't want to mention, you can also leave it, not a problem. Okay, so I'm just creating the table. Let's go and verify under default. Are you seeing customer table? Yes, raw customers I'm able to see, but I don't have any data in this. So now I want to insert the data, so I'm just inserting a 3 records. I'm inserting a 3 records table. Insert into workspace.default raw customer. So this is the customer data I'm inserting. Okay, I have inserted the data. Very similarly, I am also creating a this is a raw customers, and I am creating a raw orders. Raw means raw data. It is not cleaned data. You can say raw orders is the table I created, and I am also inserting the, you know, right, how to create table insert. Simple. It is create table if not exist. You have to say catalog name, table name, and sorry, catalog name, schema name, and table name, whatever I have shown you above. You just have to say that, and you have to give the column names, data types. Using delta is optional. Okay, and you are inserting the data into the tables. Now you can also query these tables, and you can see now how to query them. If I say select a star from raw customers, so raw customer will be queried from which catalog? Now raw customers will be queried from which catalog?
Sir, workspace only.
Workspace table.
In which database or in which schema?
Default schema.
Default table.
Very good. So if I am not giving any catalog, any schema, by default it will take the database and schema from here. Here you are seeing, right, this is the data, this is the catalog name, this is the schema name. Okay, now you just select this and you can run this. Now you will be able to see the data. See what it is saying, 3 records it is saying. There are 3 records. These are the 3 records what it is returning. So now I want to go for raw orders. I want to go for raw orders. So you can see raw orders I have and raw customers I have. Okay. In MS catalog, in MS schema, I created a employee and department table. Under workspace default, I created a raw customers and the raw orders. Okay, clear? We are good till here. This is how you need to create the tables from the file or from the your raw data, you can able to insert the data into the table, and the creation of the tables using DDLs like this you will be doing, creating the catalog, creating the schema and all. Okay, now let's go to the some basics of SQL I want to explain to you. Okay, so I have a first name as a Rama, and let's say I have a select star from ms catalog dot ms schema dot employee. Now you execute this. In this employee, okay, in this employee, so we have a first name and last name. I want to concatenate. So I want to basically say concat first name comma last name as a full name. Let's see now what happens. Well and good, it is working fine. You can also give in between here some space. Okay, now what happens? First name space, last name is going to be concatenated. You will get it like this. Okay, so in SQL, this is one way to concat. There is another way to concatenate. Anybody aware how to concatenate in other way without using concat function? Is there any
D-
other way to concatenate?
d- double pipe.
Very good, double pipe. Okay, so meaning without using this, we use a something called, okay, double pipe. We use something called double pipe. Okay, now you execute this thing. Now again you are getting like this without space, so I want to add some space here. Again I want to add a content pipe. Are you able to understand this? Everybody able to understand till here or not?
Yes.
Yes.
This is good because see, I'll tell you, due to recent changes in the Databricks, we have done a lot of because we committed some timelines for our migration, and due to the last minute changes in the Databricks, and everywhere it was showing like it is not completely failing. It is saying this is going to be decommissioned. This particular option will be deprecated. This option will be deprecated. Meaning, they were asking us to use the latest like latest syntaxes, latest features. So when we were doing our migration project, we have committed some deadline, and due to last minute changes, we were stretching and we were working on weekends to make it happen. We struggled a lot. Okay, so that's why I want to tell you these all things are deprecated in any project that you are working currently. Maybe people who are using old syntaxes, you may need to correct those things because nowadays everything is upgraded to the Unity catalog. That's why we are taking additional sessions to show you all those things. Okay. Now, whatever you learned till here is the basics. Now we are good with the basic. Let's go with the now actual learnings. Okay. Click on new query once again. This you can say, parameter query. Parameterized queries. Okay, now let's say team you are doing select star from ms catalog dot ms schema dot employees. Correct. Now you query how many employee records we have, team? How many employee records we have? 50. You can see, right? 50 rows. Here I want to get detail something like this. I want to say what we have here. We have first name, last name, email. We have salary and manager ID. Okay. So now I want to say something like this. Manager ID greater than 100 and salary greater than 2000. So this is my requirement. Okay, manager underscore ID team. Now you run this. What did it say? And what is data type of this data? Let's verify this. Okay, salary is fine. Okay, manager ID is coming as a string. That's okay. You are able to understand, right? Manager ID is coming as a string ABC. Are you seeing ABC string? Salary is a big end. Okay, it's okay. Now let's try to query this. Okay, now I am getting the data properly. I have a 40 records where manager ID is above 100 and salary is above 2000. But let's imagine I want to parameterize. I want to parameterize it. So how to parameterize it? Okay. So for example, manager ID, I don't know what is the manager ID. I want to parameterize. Colon is the colon indicates for parameter. What is the colon you need to give? Then you need to give the name for your parameter. I'll say colon P manager. P manager ID. P manager means, or you can say, yeah, just use P manager ID, or you can say param MID, param underscore MID. It is nothing but a parameterized MID. You see, automatically it is getting added here. Similarly, salary colon P salary. Okay, is it added here? Yes, it is added here. Now, if you want to query this particular uh, SQL query, you have some parameters. You have to pass the parameters. I am saying MID, my manager ID is, I will say now 150, greater than 150. Salary is greater than 2000. Do we have any employees? I want to run. I don't want to touch. Oh, sorry. It should be, I think, in the string format, right? Let's see how this is going to work. One second. This is not working. Manager ID colon parameter ID. Okay, here itself you have to pass. Let's pass it as 100. Let's see now. Okay, it is working fine. It is working fine. Now you may ask, what is there in this? Why we need to do this, right? Anybody can guess why we need to do this way? Think of a business perspective. Business users don't know how to query. They know, okay, what for what port or for which store, for which product category they wanted to know the some of the details, right? So if we can create a parameters like this, they will just give the parameter values and they will query, they'll get the respective values, then they will realize, okay, so for my this particular manager ID, for this salary, these are the employees, for this particular store, for this particular category of the product, these are the sales. It will be easy. People who are not technical, for them, as we are a technical people, we are helping them to create a queries. So now if we give them a query, when they are executing, they no need to really look at the query, they have to just pass these parameters and they have to keep on querying them. Are you getting? It will be helpful for the business users. Is this help clear to you?
Sir.
Let's say now this ID, manager ID or employee ID, I don't know. So that also I want to parameterize. So now I have to set this as a filter column 1. Filter column 1 also I want to parameterize. See, it is fine. It is also parameter. Now if I give here, instead of a manager ID, Yeah, let's say currently, let's give it as a manager underscore ID. Let's run this. It is failing. Can you guess it why it is failing, Tim?
It is employee ID, sir, because of
This is not a literal value. This is not a static, like this is not a string value. This is the object, meaning this is the column of this particular table. Are you getting, Tim? So let me give you some explanation for you. See, you do not always need, okay, use identifier in data. Yeah. Use identifier in Databricks SQL only when the object name like a catalog, schema, table, column is passed dynamically. If you're passing a catalog name, schema, table, or column name dynamically, then you must have to use a keyword, or you can say the function called a identifier. So do not use the identifier for literal values such as string, numbers, or filters. For example, here you are writing a filter value. So here identifier is not required, but for this is a column name. You must have to use a function called identifier. Are you clear? What is this, Tim? Identifier. Within this identifier function, you need to put this. Now you execute this. This will work fine. What it is saying? Still it is what it is saying. Identifier is fine, but column name is okay. 1 second. First, let me execute this. Manager underscore ID. It is fine. Now you run 1 second. It's coming now. You see, it's coming. Got it, Tip? Clear. Now let's say no, not manager ID. It should be employee ID. If you think that if it is employee ID, you want to pass it as employee ID, you can still pass an employee ID also. Run this. You see, are you getting still results? Are you getting results, Steve?
Yes.
So column name is parameterized, value also parameterized. But in real time, what is most important thing is you need to parameterize this catalog, schema, table name. You need to parameterize. How you will parameterize it? You see, concat. Oh, sorry. So these all are a catalog, schema, a table name. You are passing dynamically means do you need to use the identifier or not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. First, all these things I want to concatenate. That's why I'll just use a double pipe between all of this. Okay. So catalog pipe dot schema pipe dot pipe table name. So this catalog name, database name, table name, I want to parameterize it. That's why PMS catalog, PMS schema, P employees. So just it's a parameters now. Okay. Now I want to make them as a parameter means you must have to use within the identifier. Are you clear on this thing? So this single quotes you must have to enclosed with the single quotes or double quotes. You can't just leave them as it is. Single quotes or double quotes you must have to use. Okay. Now you see. Okay. So how you can make them as a parameter? Colon you need to add, right? You forgot. You add a colon so that it will be added below. See, it is added. Now a PMS catalog. What is the catalog name? MS catalog. I am passing the dynamically. Schema MS schema. I am passing the dynamically. Table name. I am saying employees. Okay. Now you run this. Well, and it is working fine. Correct. Now let's say I'll copy from here to here. Okay. I'll just comment this. I just commented automatically. It just removed the unnecessary parameters. It just keeping whatever parameters is required. Now same catalog, same schema, but I'm changing the table name to departments. Are you run this? Are you getting department data or not?
Yes.
Same thing you can also do it in the notebooks too. Okay, remember that. In the notebooks also you can do the same thing. Are you getting clear till here? Everybody's clear.
Yes.
If you all are clear, we will go on to the next. So whenever you are mentioning a column name or catalog name, schema name, table name, you need to use an identifier. If you are using a literal value, see here the value, then you don't record. For example, salary column, I want to parameterize it. You need to say colon parameter salary. So you have to use the identifier here. Clear team? Is this clear? Now, if you want to pass the column name, let's say I want department name, that needs to be select column, right? Param for select column. And this also needs to be used as a identifier. You must have to mention as a identifier. Are you execute this? Sorry, you have not given any name here. You have to say department name. It's execute this. Department name or department underscore name. Is it? Let's give it as a department underscore name. You are getting now? Clear team? If you want
Yes.
department ID also, then you need to put like this. Okay, so department ID, department name. Are you getting both the column? Yes. You can't pass within the same parameter department ID, department name. You can't pass it, okay? You cannot pass. Are you getting what I'm saying, Tim? Let me show you that. So using a single parameter, I will try to pass. Okay. Parameter cell, I can say department ID, comma, department name. It won't work. If you say department MS catalog, MS schema. First, let me show you for department name because now I have submitted all parameters once again. Department. MS catalog, MS schema, departments, department underscore name, MS catalog. Okay, it is working fine. Now I am adding a department ID also. Now you see it will not work this way. See here, it is not going to work like this if you are passing multiple values within the same identifier. Okay, so I hope till here everybody is good, right?
Yes.
Okay, now click on this. Next, what we need to discuss, I'll tell you. Click on the new query now. So Here, this is a new query team. This I'll say query snippet examples. Let's say team, you think of this way. Select star from ms catalog dot ms schema dot employees. Are you on this? Well and good, you have this. Now you have some filters where think of employee underscore ID greater than 150 and salary greater than 2000. Execute this. Okay, you have 9 rows with satisfying this. But this particular things, I want to create some template with this particular where class. You see what I'm doing, very careful observe. Click on these 3 dots. Are you seeing these 3 dots here? Click on these 3 dots. Click on, you see something called edit. In edit, you see, not edit, view. Under view, you see something called query snippet. Click on query snippet, it will open a new tab. I think I have created yesterday few things. I'm just dropping them. Now I'm creating a fresh one. Click on create query snippet team. So I'll say first query snippet. Okay, first query snippet. So I'm just putting all the where condition here. It's kind of a template. I'm keeping my entire where clause here, creating my first query snippet. Okay, come here. Now you refresh it because you just created here, right? You refresh it. Now instead of writing by you, very careful observe. I'll say first query snippet. So that is showing here. You just select that. Automatically under that particular template, whatever condition you kept, that condition will come here. Now you can run this. Run it. So it is working fine. Able to understand him. Everybody able to understand.
Yes. Right.
Let's say, no, what is this? You are hard coding the things, then what is the use, right? Let me tell you other way. Click on again, create a query snippet. Second snippet, let's say I'll say second query snippet. Here I'll be putting dynamically where employee ID greater than dollar curly braces 1:150 is the default value, but this is the one means first parameter in this entire condition. One is nothing but the first parameter. Default value I'm giving 150. Later, if they want to change it, they can change it. And salary greater than dollar, okay, 2:, let's say 3000. Okay, you can put the parameters like this. So 150 is kind of a default value, 3000 is the default value. Understood? These are the default value. One is nothing but a first parameter. This is two is nothing but a second parameter. Second parameter default value 3000. First parameter default value is 150. So click create. Now you come here. You just execute this. Now you remove this. You remove this. You can say second query snippet. So 150 is coming, 3000 is coming. You can now you can just select this and you can run it. If they want to change it, they can change it now also, or they can change it earlier also. But the main difference is now query snippet, whatever you created is with the default values. Meaning, let me create a third query snippet to show you. Query snippet. It's kind of a template. It will be helpful tip. For example, where employee underscore ID equal to or greater than dollar curly brace 1 placeholder and salary greater than dollar 2 colon let's say placeholder, or let's say salary default value, salary default here, employee id default. Okay, you can put that way. Click create. Now there is a third query snippet, right? You come here. Now you execute this. Not execute, you have to refresh it to make that as that available. Now I am saying third query snippet. See here, employee default value, salary default value is coming, meaning if they want to change it, they can able to change it. Are you getting, Tim? If they want to change it, they can able to change it. Those are the default values. Clear? Now come here, same thing. What we need to do is, Tim, we need to, let's say you understood, right, this query snippet, how it is working, Tim. I'm going and showing you the one more query snippet, that is, let's say case template. Case statement I am writing in SQL. Case when, okay, the first parameter is dollar 1 colon salary is the column name. Okay, and the second parameter is 2 colon greater than 10,000 is the value. Okay, meaning first parameter is the salary, second parameter is a greater than 10,000, then sorry, not 10,000, it is, let's greater than, yeah, let's mark it as a greater than 10,000. Then you can say he is a dollar 3 colon, by default I am considering it as a manager, okay, else you consider as a developer. So here this also you need to put it as a parameterized. You can create a parameters 4 colon developer end as role. So this is the template I am creating. In case when salary greater than 10,000, then manager, else developer, end as role. So I'm just giving 1 colon 2 colon 3 colon 4 colon, because this first parameter, second parameter, third, fourth. Okay, click create. Now come to here, refresh this. Here star comma, you need to use a case template execute. That's it, Tim. Case when salary greater than 10,000, then manager, else developer, end as a role. Now you just execute. You know you'll get a role. Developer, 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 developer. He's a manager. He's a manager. Manager, manager. Okay, developer, developer. Everybody able to understand how you can able to use this query snippets for creating the templates, reusability. Okay, so the main benefits of this yeah, this is all okay. Just a minute, I'll tell you some of the use cases of the query snippet, right? So use cases for query snippet, if you see common join statements used frequently, okay, there are some join statements you are using frequently. You can keep them in a template so that you can just quickly reload it instead of writing entire code. Reusable filter clauses, for example, there are some stores which are inactive, so that filter you want to apply everywhere. Instead of writing everywhere that filter, you can keep it as a template and you can just use that. Complex case expression, I just have shown you. So you want to develop some case expression, but instead of taking from very scratch, you want to have some template so that that template can be edited, people can edit later, so you can develop that. templates with the placeholders to speed query writing. So if you are putting, for example, if you don't have the actual, you don't know what columns to mention in this case statement. For example, in case statement, here I don't know what columns to mention. You just use a placeholder, 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 placeholder. Automatically, based on the requirement, they can just update these placeholders. But your entire template will be available. They just have to replace the column name, condition, uh, values, right? Those things they will update it, so that query writing speed will be improved. Like you can quickly develop your scripts. Okay, that is the main benefit of the query snippet. So query snippet is a pre-saved piece of SQL code, such as where clause, joins. It helps reduce repetitive typing and ensures consistency across a queries. You can include insertion points like placeholders and snippets, so that when you insert the snippet into your query, you can tab through and replace parts of the snippet dynamically. Understood, Tim? That is the query snippet means. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes.
Two things we completed. Anybody have any doubts still here? Okay. These two things we completed, Tim. Anybody have any doubts?
Actually, these query snippets will develop by the developer. Is the business
Yes.
person able to see that
Exactly.
query snippets?
Yes. Exactly. We will develop it. If the business users wants to use it, they can able to use it because they don't know. So we will be helping them to reuse these templates, for snippet templates. Okay,
Okay.
clear. So let's complete this chatbot. It is simple. Maybe remaining things we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay, clear, Tim? Uh, are we good? Let's discuss about this chatbot now. It is very simple. Okay, first thing is these are the query snippets. These are the three queries that I created. One second. Yeah. So these are the three queries, right? Query files that I created. Those query files you can see under queries. Okay. Tomorrow I'll explain to you alerts, but SQL warehouse, you know, the compute you can able to see. Query history means whatever queries that we are executing. You see, uh, whatever queries that you are executing, everything you can able to see here. Last 7 days. This is what is this? Yeah, here you can see case statement that we executed. So you can see here employed greater than 150 and salary greater than 3000. You can able to see like this. Okay. So query history you can see, and if you go further, you can see what time it started, how much time it took, who executed, on which computer it is executed, everything will have. Now go to Genie. So click on a new and go to my MS catalog, MS schema. So I want to select two tables, department table and employee table, because I want to basically work with these two tables. Click on create. Okay. Now, so here I have my data. So right side you have a data. So on top of this data, you want to know few details. You can just ask here. See, it is already saying explain the data set. Can you just look at the data and tell me what is this data all about? How many employees were hired in each month? Can you tell me from this? What is the average salary of employee? Can you tell me? What are the unique department names you have? Can you tell me? So if you ask like this, it will tell you. Instead of that, I want to ask like a custom, right? My own queries. Instead of taking the existing, I want to ask, can you give me max salary, employee, department name? See, executive department, he is the one who has a max, like from the executive department, we have an employee, his salary is the max salary. How you will come to know? Click on show code. What is the query it has executed is, this is the query. First, what it has done, select max of salary. It took the salary, max salary. So wherever salary is matching, so that particular salary, like that particular employee record, it is selecting. And then if you come down here, so that particular employee record it is taking, and from the department it is just joining the department table with see max salary employee. So meaning this CT, once and I'll copy paste here, it will be easy. So see, it is like little complex, right? So you just take the max salary from this particular table and query and take the employee records. The employee whose salary is max, you take that particular employee details and you join with the department table. See, this particular max salary employee details, I am joining with the department table based on department ID to get his department name. So this is the query it has generated in the background, joining these two tables to get the max salary employee department name. It is returning to us. Okay, but if you want to develop this, it will take a lot of time for you. If business users wants to know that, it will take some time for them to know. So they have to look at the data. For example, if they know the query, still it takes some time. If they want to look at the data and understand, it takes much more time. Correct? But it is very simple now. Lot of big query it has written within a few seconds and it is returning this. Now I want to know, can you tell me which department has max employees? Give me department ID, department name. So it is saying department ID, department name. Okay, but now because I don't know how many employees really are there, right? So that's why now let's ask another question. Give me employee count by department with the department name. Give me employee count by department with the department name. Meaning it is going to tell you, so department name 23 employees in shipping department. Is it showing shipping here? Yes, because you see here shipping department 23 employees, finance 6, purchasing 6, IT 5. So it is very quick for us to understand this. It is also creating a nice like a report also to understand graph. Okay, so this is how, if we have a data on top of the data, business can able to query and they can able to get this. So background, it is going to write a complex queries to give you the result. This is what the chatbot. It will be really helpful for managing the things. Now you see, if you want a new chat, you can click on the new chat. And benchmarks means you can create some kind of benchmarks to understand the accuracy of your queries and all. You can able to check it here. Monitoring, you can see all the queries that you have asked, you can able to see. If you want to share this particular chart with your some other team members, you can just share this so that they also will see the result from your data. Okay, that is what all about the chatbot. Okay, clear team? Is this clear? So I think today we are good. We covered three things, right? We covered these three things. Tomorrow maybe we'll be covering the very important part, that is ETL pipeline, job pipeline. Then we will set up the alerts. I will also show you how to pass the parameter value of one query result to the another query. So I'm planning to close this by next session. If not by next session, we will take one more session, not a problem. But I want to make sure everything is covered for your batch, because the things have changed a lot in your batch onwards. at that time when we started the batch, I was very busy in my project. I was not able to look into all those things, but I'm just have enough time now to look into it, and I want to make sure you are aware of the latest changes. Okay, you should be confident on using the Databricks service. You should not confuse what is this, what is that, and all. Okay, are we good, team? Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, if no questions, then that's all for today, team. Thank you. Are you able to hear me, team? I don't know whether you are able
Yes,
to hear me.
yes, yes.
Fine, right? Anybody have any questions? Yes or no? If no questions, at least say no, team.
No, no.
Okay, then thank you. Thank you.